Why do we stop at 3? Silent 2s and 1s?
Yes.
Silent 1s.
We've been doing this.
We have not been doing this. What's up, everybody? Welcome to, I almost said Kjol. This isn't Kjol. Welcome back to Long Shot. Over the summer, wet and wild with Taco because Feff's not home.
Wet and wild?
Yes, sir.
Those were the adjectives you went with.
Well, it's been fun, guys. See you later.
Tacos gone wild.
But what's up, everybody? We're back for the second episode of Vale. I'm excited. It's going to be a hoot and a holler. It might be wet. It might be wild. But I'm going to save most of my talking for at the end. For everyone who was asking about when the Kjol videos are going to go up, 3 of them are hitting over the one hit today. 1 uploads tomorrow, and then 1 is scheduled for the day after that. And then that puts 2 episodes between y'all and the end of the Kjol campaign. So if you haven't seen that, that will be up next week because my days off are in the middle of the week. They're Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So expect that finale up by Wednesday. And I don't really have anything else other than recap, which I will do after everybody else. So Feff, it's your channel. You get to go first.
Hi, I'm SirFeffers. I am playing a killer rabbit. Very excited to RP with Marrow. He's just a nasty, dirty, crunchy druid, and he does dirty, nasty, crunchy things. Get ready for tasting mud and other such nasties. He got to inflict a swarm of biting locusts and maggots and stuff on Sniff, and that was. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Lastly, we're there. We're ready. I throw it over to Offbeat.
Did you have to describe Marrow as dirty, nasty, and crunchy?
Oh, no.
Were those really the adjectives
And
we had to
he
go
It's
with?
like a
Talks like
bar of
this.
granola that
If
got
it helps,
dropped on the floor.
He's not at all sexual or romantic.
It almost does, except for now I'm just imagining the most heinously defiled granola bar. But I am playing. I'm playing Porky the Vegas. I'm after vengeance. He's here to redeem his dead dad because his dead dad died fighting dragons, and so he wants to kill all the dragons with his crossbow. He's very good with his crossbow now. He's very proud of his crossbow prowess. And, you know, I've thought of a very vague backstory for this guy, but we'll see. I'm gonna message Taco throughout the week about other stupid stuff I want to put in Porky. Anyway, Luna.
Hi, I'm Luna, and I am playing Tink, the artificer barbarian fairy who got either kicked out or dropped out of school, depending on who she's talking to, because she was too angry.
Man.
So that's Vloxen. It was me. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Vloxen.
Clicking pins again. Yes,
You're an amazing mod. I love you so much. Keeping the audio clear.
So yeah, that's Tink. I'll give it to Jared.
This is Tink's face.
Yo, I'm Jared. This time around, I am playing Dane something or other, Vavir. He was an elf that traveled into this wacky doodle town to study their magics and weird underground stuff that was just there with no explanation. There has to be an explanation, so he wants to delve into that and find the next strange drill thing. Yeah. Jake, go for it.
Hello, I'm CritFailJake. Find me on TikTok and Instagram. I play Ad, and he is a cleric of Vicus Ducus, and has lived his entire life here in town. He's a very simple man. So yeah, that's it.
All right, word. So, quick recap for everybody who wasn't here last time, or just to jog the memory, because 7 days is a long time. So, last we left off, the party died. Everybody got to meet Death. He talked about how what's going on down in town that has yet to be named, not very cash money, and sent everyone back as kind of like representatives of Death to kind of help bring the town back into the fold. After that, you guys murdered the mutated version of Sniff Sniff, and we're gonna pick up exactly where we left off. So we are just now in the setting where you are in this clump of buildings next to like a kind of like a hill face with those hobbit holes that everyone lives in kind of bored into the side, and Sniff Sniff's corpse is laying there slowly like oozing this green fluid. And there's this huge hole in the ground where his massive form like erupted after chasing you guys. And the time that you guys were talking to Death, he kind of messed up some of the buildings around him and this, that, and the other thing. So you guys are standing there bloodied from the fight, a little out of breath, but you start to look around you and you notice that very quickly a crowd is forming. People are starting to walk around and be like, what's going on? You've seen a couple people run off in another direction. Probably you would infer to alert some sort of authority about what the hell's going on around here. So people are gathering to gawk at the situation, and you guys are kind of standing in front of Sniff Sniff, weapons still drawn just after the fight, and that's where we're gonna immediately pick up.
Were we given any sort of like details on how how down low we're supposed to keep our situation?
I can get us out of here.
Do we
I
tell
don't know.
them?
Is that
Do
the
we
move?
tell them?
Do we? Who?
I don't know what we're supposed to do in this situation. Maybe we just tell them that. I don't know. I'm very non-charismatic. This is very not my forte.
Just tell them they have a rat problem.
I like your thinking.
So while you guys are talking, the crowd that is formed kind of like parts a little bit as there's these two burly men in like full plate armor holding spears that are being led by someone through the crowd, and the crowd kind of parts. And those of you who look over in that direction, you see Meredith, the woman with the rat problem, who's like shakily pointing at Sniff Sniff's corpse and being like not whispering, but she's speaking to them, but they're about like 40 feet away or so you can't exactly make out what she's saying. And then the guards pointedly look at you and then start to make their way towards you.
Hello. We were hired as exterminators for this rat problem. I think calling it a rat problem is a bit of a misnomer. This looked more to be some sort of a centaur rat problem.
The guard on the left like looks at you guys and looks at the thing that you have felled. It's like, well, all right, I'm gonna put y'all at ease real quick. This it's quite strange happenings. Everybody that I've spoken to round here, he gestures to the crowd, has said that y'all fought this thing and killed it. So I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that y'all didn't have anything to do with, the making of it. But
no,
as it were, these sort of powers that be are gonna have like some questions if you like saw anything about like where this came from or anything like that. So me and my partner here, Leroy, we're not talking cuffs or nothing like you're not getting booked. But we would greatly appreciate if you wouldn't mind walking with us towards sort of the town center so we could tell the powers that be what in the name of Biggest Duckus is all that.
I look to the locals for essentially follow their lead on that one.
I look
Locals
to
within
Ed
the
to
party.
do the.
Well, of course, that won't be a problem at all.
Alrighty then. So let's Leroy, if this is just a formality now, y'all. It's just people like to run. So Leroy's gonna stand behind you. I was gonna stand in front of you, and we're just gonna. You can put your hands on your belt buckle if you like, and we hit a nice little mosey on down to town hall.
Am I being detained?
Kinda. But not, I would take issue with yous leaving. But I mean, you haven't really, you haven't broken any laws.
Okay, could you tell me that I did a good job?
Strange man who looks like he was born in the wilderness. You did great. You know what? I'm proud of you.
Thanks, Dad. Oh my God.
Oh God. Oh. You know what? It's all right, son. You're welcome. And then he firmly grasps his belt buckle and then engages in a super over-exaggerated mosey, like back through the crowd.
I have a new dad. It's that man.
Oh.
Did you know who explained why we're different? I could not blade song before.
Are you talking to the guard or are you talking
I'm
to the
talking
party?
to this party, yeah.
I imagine that our souls were bolstered with untold strength and knowledge of what we could be. Perhaps an apotheosis of sorts.
Clearly, it's a blessing from Biggest Duckus. May he quack forever.
Long may he quack.
Leroy kind of like nudges you guys. It's like, all right, y'all, come on. We can walk and talk.
I'm gonna mosey.
All right. So as you guys mosey on through town, it's a pretty decently long walk, but you start to notice that the crowd is like more people are flooding out of buildings. The street is packed. You're bumping shoulders with people like as you walk. It's pretty late in the day. Not late in the day at this point. It's full blown nighttime. Like it's dark outside. Spaces between buildings look like you don't want to walk down there. You guys mosey on for about like 5 minutes, and you start to get close to what the locals would know as town center. And what's everybody's passive perceptions real quick?
21.
13.
18.
14.
11.
Okay. So, Porky, all of a sudden, your quills stand on end. And you are immediately like, oh, something's wrong. But the second the alarm bells go off, there's just this explosion of just everything goes to shit in 2 seconds. Real quick, what would like comfortable marching order have been?
I do believe I would have said I think I said I walk up first, so I'm
Okay.
moseying.
I would have moseyed behind him.
Yeah. And we didn't get a short rest in between whatever's currently happening, right?
Mm-mm.
Dang.
I'll probably be somewhere in the middle, just kind of
Okay.
mentally processing all of the new spells that I know.
I will be at the end, floating like 3 feet off the ground with my arms crossed.
Okay. So, Porky, you're the only one who really gets the details about how this happens. Once those alarm bells in your head, like your instincts kind of kick in, you start looking around, looking up at rooftops, checking elevation levels and all that sort of stuff. And you see 2 figures up on rooftops of buildings about 30 feet off the ground in these deep jet black robes with deep cowls that shadow their faces. But you can tell that they're holding something up to their lips, and you hear like a and then a whistle. Simultaneously, while that happens, you guys are like passing an alleyway, and a butterfly net jumps out and scoops up Tink. And Tink, I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity saving throw, but with disadvantage because butterfly nets versus fairies.
Nice. You said Dex?
Yeah.
What's that audio? Hey, look, a fairy. Oh, I just killed that fairy.
That's a 4. Wait. 4. Yeah.
Oh. All right.
Oh no.
So just to paint this picture, so simultaneously, Offbeat, you hear the sound of like blow darts getting shot. You hear quick little like winces and then like slaps to the neck from the 2 guards at the front and the back. Then that butterfly net comes out and scoops Tink, and whoever's holding that, like it's there and then it's gone. They're booking it.
Could I attempt to shoot them?
Yes. Give I'm gonna run this kind of like a 4th edition like challenge thing, where it's. And we'll get to the weird mechanics of this in a second, but yes, you will be allowed to try and shoot them.
Okay.
And what it looks like to the rest of you guys who see like look towards the guards after they like wince and slap their necks like they were bit by a mosquito, you notice that it looks almost like Wizard of Oz, like they're dissolving. Oh! And then all of a sudden there's just like a rumple of gear and clothes where they once were.
I run up to try to help, see that they're already gone, and just...
When you go to run up to help to the one who was closest to you, you hear a baby crying.
Oh.
You hear like cooing and whans.
Kind of look through the rumple.
No. Yeah, so you unrumple and there's just a naked infant in this pile of clothes.
I swaddle.
He got babied.
I rolled a swaddle.
All right, Offbeat, go ahead and hit me with the shoot.
I got a Glock. I'm gonna focus fire on whoever is currently holding Tink.
Okay.
Okay. So would you say that this counts as the first turn in a combat, an initiative, if initiative were to be rolled?
Yes.
Okay.
My follow-up question, Mr. Gloomstalker, is: are you shooting lethally?
Yeah. You can't declare non-lethal with
projectiles.
Ranged. Yeah,
Oh.
with ranged. You can only declare non-lethal with melee.
Yeah, you can't do it with spells either, technically.
Eee.
So if you want to include a non-lethal thing, I will still be.
I mean, if you want to like
lethally.
leg them, I like the idea of like, if you want to declare like you're trying. So let me explain how I'm imagining this working right now. Instead of it just being a flat combat thing with initiative orders, that basically this guy's trying to get away, and he's going to use his skill set to try and get away. If you can tell me something like Offbeat's going, I shoot him, I want to try and hit him in the calf to slow him down, or I want to shoot him and I want to try and kill him. And then he would roll and he would do damage. But if you want to do something like, I want to use acrobatics to try and climb up on the building to get a vantage point or something like that, just a series of challenge checks to see if you can close the distance.
All right. However, I am going to. I'll go for like non-lethal, but like knocking them unconscious. I won't try and outright kill them, but I'm going for violence. You could prosecute me for excessive violence, I guess.
Okay.
I will be using. How far away is it?
I'd say at this point, he's about 60 feet.
All right. Well, thanks to sharpshooter, I do not take disadvantage on these attacks.
Woo.
I'm going to, however, I'm going to apply the sharpshooter. I'm going to apply the sharpshooter gimmick. I don't have any superiority dice. That is a 23.
That will definitely hit.
Excellent. 22.
22 to hit or 22 damage?
22 to hit. I'll count damage.
That hits.
Oh my god, a crit.
Yeah.
For the third one. And bonus action attack. Okay, that's an 8. So 3 hits and a crit. 3 hits a crit.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and roll me that beautiful bean footage.
You know, it's a shame that I actually this damage is based. There's most of it in modifiers. Otherwise, these crits would be more impactful. Wait, how do you do crits? Do you double dice or what do we do?
Oh, I haven't talked about my table rules.
Yeah.
All right.
Or do you double damage in total?
Double the dice for now. I'll take
Double
a moment
dice?
once we're out of this like tense moment to give you guys in chat a quick rundown of like my weird table nuances.
Okay. So that is going to be, I hit him 3 times, so that's going to be a crisp 3d6 plus 45 plus a d4 because of favored foe. Okay. I'm rolling so few dice. Oh, one of these is a crit, so it's actually 4d. It's 46. That is 5, 9, 12, 14 plus 45.
Plus 45.
Yeah, that's sharpshooter. That's 59 damage. Oh wait, I forgot a d8 because of Gloomstalker. 61 damage. Only an extra 2.
Okay, so total of 61 damage. All
Yeah.
right, so you fan the hammer on your hand crossbow, and 4 bolts just go streaking down this alleyway, and you hear the wet sink of all of them connecting with this dude's flesh. And you see him like reach back towards the behind his thigh as he screams out in pain. He's like limping at this point. He's still alive and conscious, but barely.
Okay. Somebody else wants something
like,
to do, they can go for it.
Are we doing?
Point of order real quick. Anyone who was aware of the people on the roofs, you noticed that in tandem with the guy on the ground, the guy who was on, so they were on opposite sides of the road. The guy who was on the side that the dude ran down is running in tandem with him, but along the rooftops.
I'm gonna point out the situation. I'm gonna be like,
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, guys on the roof, Tink's got by that guy.
Okay.
Make haste.
I'm gonna.
Can I
Go ahead.
I'm gonna like call out to the dude running, and just be like, "Hey, now you hold it right there," and not realize that I can cast Hold Person, but also cast Hold Person.
Nice.
I would also like to reiterate real quick, just so that everyone has the context. You guys were still in the middle of the crowd when this proverbial shit popped off. So just keep in mind that the commoner eyes are watching actions. Okay, so what was the actual action other than yelling at homie?
Hold Person.
Hold person? Okay, so he'll go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
That's a 16 DC.
Oh, he mid-step locks up and just face plants.
Nice.
Just like confusion, like. Just,
I'm gonna.
did I do that? Was that me?
Is go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say Feff go, and then I'm gonna interrupt with other homie.
Did Maris was her name? Is she
Meredith.
still there? Meredith. I would like to hand her poorly swaddled baby, because I rolled a 3, and then I would like to rabbit hop and acrobatics my way up that wall and after dude on rooftop.
Okay, yeah, word. Go ahead and roll me an acrobatics check. It's gonna be a super low DC.
$21.
Yeah, no, you hop so good. You standing high jump up to like an awning and then do it again, and then you're on the roof and you're ready to get schmoving after that guy.
My guy's got ups.
Do I have an action left or no?
Yeah, go for it.
Hold person.
Jenna. Oh, never mind.
Hold
Yeah.
person. I get up. Sit.
You're gonna cast hold person?
Hold
okay,
person.
cool. What's your spell save DC?
My spell save DC is 15.
Alrighty. Alright, this guy rocking out with an 18.
Ah!
Keeps on schmoving.
The chase.
Feff, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were gonna jump up here. I'd already predetermined what this guy was gonna do.
That's okay.
Once homie on the ground hits the floor, the guy on the roof like drops to a hip and running slides off the building and stumbles a little bit and loses some ground, so he's not gonna be able to like move immediately after this, but drops down to where guy got paralyzed and scoops the butterfly net with Tink. Also, Tink, feel free to chime in if you want to try and do some stuff from within the net.
Tink has just been screaming this entire time. But she's gone to the point where her voice is so high pitched, it's just.
That's fucking gold.
Oh my god.
Bored.
That's awesome. She brought
Jared,
props.
you got anything for me?
I guess I will cast a Misty Step and get up onto the roof along with Jeff.
Okay. All right. So homie at that point is going to start running, and he's basically just going to keep dashing and weaving between buildings. Anybody else got anything for me? So the one guy's paralyzed and he's on the ground, but he no longer has Tink. We got the one guy who scooped up Tink and is now just a little bit ahead of the party. And then we got the one guy who's on the other side of the street who's unaccounted for.
Jared's right there. I look at Dane. Hey, you gotta go get him.
I mean, I can try.
Haste. Go get him. And I'll try, and I'll attempt to keep up with him and chase after they who have our ferry.
Haste gives you an action.
It doubles your movement speed, gives you a bonus to your armor class, and gives you an extra action on your turn for which you can take either a single attack action, the dash, or disengage action.
Also gives you advantage on dex saves.
That too.
Okay. Sure, yeah, I guess I'll dash towards the guy that's running with Tink
And I will chase after
as much as I can.
Yeah,
I don't know what kind of rooftop situation we got, if it's all connected or if I gotta start doing some hopping.
Nothing too intense. I'd say that the haste would get rid of any need to roll for the jumps. But with that, because he slid down onto the ground, but with the haste and the extended movement speed that gives you and the boost to your action economy, you are now, he's basically directly below you. Like you are running side by side, just at different elevations.
Excellent.
So I just for spacing reasons, I would say that Dane and this cloaked figure are probably about 60 feet ahead from the mass of the party.
Well, I'll run after too, if I can. Just 35 movement speed.
Are we just chiming in with like,
yeah,
and then
just
we do
chime
this?
in. Just chime in as you feel stuff, and basically like chime in if you have an idea, and then I'm picking intermittent things to interrupt with.
As soon as able, I'm loading up my hand Glock again for another volley.
All right. Those of you on the rooftop notice that our homie who has tank is making a beeline for what looks to be like some sort of underground access point akin to like a manhole in one of these back alleys.
Damn it.
And he's got maybe like 80 feet till he gets there.
How far away is he?
60, you think you said?
Yeah, from the majority of the party, 60 feet.
All right, so I'll run forward, and I'll try another hold person.
Okay, I'll go ahead and see how he does with his wisdom saving throw. Yours is 16?
Yeah.
Okay, this guy now locks up and is just locked in mid-step, like death gripping the butterfly net. And with that, he's no longer moving.
I'll hop down on... Sorry, go ahead.
I'll jump off of the roof and like start a new blade song at the same time.
Okay.
And just before I get to the ground, I'm gonna hit a feather fall.
Soup.
Here
Hello,
for it.
soup. I would like to go ahead.
Basically be on the opposite side of the guy.
Okay. So you guys walk up to this. Everyone kind of has the time to catch up and everything. Does anyone grab the other? Oh, that guy actually would free up.
Exactly what I seeing that I was gonna just land on him and pull out a really long hooked obsidian sickle and just try to don't go anywhere now. You're staying.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Just
shoot him in the face.
Right right in between the ears. Just
Are you actually shooting this guy who's pinned beneath Marrow?
Don't crit fail.
Is he prone technically?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna shoot the paralyzed one.
Okay, go for it.
I only have 3 attacks this time. But I do have advantage. That is a 23.
It'll hit.
That is a 25.
Mm-hmm.
And another crit. Thank you, advantage. I love advantage. Don't you guys love advantage?
Super
Just
good.
love it. 45 plus 4d6. What's a d4? That is going to be 8, 11, 17, 18. 18 plus 45
Lots of numbers.
Mm-hmm. That is 63 damage to that one.
You hear a series of just muffled screams through his lockjaw.
Blame.
All right, are we proceeding to judge, jury, execution of these people, or
I
Can
will
we-
am gonna
interrogate.
just like start peeling his fingers away from Tink and just free him.
okay? Yeah, no, you can start to do that. That's not going to take too long.
She's gone back from bell noises to, I am going to kill this thing!
Sounds like she's okay.
Oh, I'm going more than okay. Yeah.
All right. Does anyone want to explain why you tried to kidnap a Tink right there? If you don't start explaining things, I'm gonna kill you. I'm really good with this thing.
He is.
Are they able to?
I'm pretty sure they know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
The
they
paralyzed
can-
one can
infer.
speak only falteringly, and the other one can speak.
Okay,
Thank you,
all right,
Super,
and
the
you're
fact
with
that
the
it's
one who's
love
not
you.
paralyzed.
Yeah, me and him are on. We're on top of him.
Okay, the one that you're on top of and threatening now is like kind of wiggles like he's instinctually trying to put his hands up. It's
Just
like,
talk.
he kind of nods to the back left corner of his cloak and is like, rummage, digging. It's gonna sound weird. There's a pocket. Get in there. It's sewn shut. Rip it open. It'll make sense.
Exchange
I'm
a
gonna insight
glance.
check. I'm insight checking that.
Okay.
That is a crisp. That is a crisp 14. 7 plus 7.
He seems pretty adamant that you pick up on that. He feels like you two have some form of common ground, whether or not you're aware of that or not. What's your passive perception?
21.
21. Okay, so you would notice that as a person with high passive perception above the level of 14, you would notice that there is, now that you're talking to this individual, there's something off-putting about them. Something's wrong, but you can't place your finger on it.
You kind of smell weird.
He does.
I'm gonna put a ready action where if this pocket is harmful to me, I'm gonna shoot this guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna peel back the pocket and I'm gonna find it and look at it.
Okay. So you like bust the seam on this stitched closed pocket and you rummage in there and you pull out a small silver coin.
Oh. Well, howdy, colleague.
Oh, cheap bribery, if you ask me.
So, if I'm to understand correctly, I think I just took your soul.
Oh.
I mean, if you want to go down that road, dude, go for it. I mean, I'll be back. Wouldn't be the first time.
Look, I'm just gonna palm it for a moment. I'm gonna say, so, come on, get up, up, get off of him, Mero. Your feet are very large. Get up. Come on, we're talking. We're gonna go talk to your friend too.
I'm gonna just like prod him with the crossbow.
I go back to the two baby guards and make sure they're okay.
You go back to the two baby guards,
Yeah.
and there is like a swarm of guards. There's like 12 people. There's 12 town guards there that are like looking around, being like, "What on earth is going on?" All of the townsfolk are there talking to him, and everyone wants to like, "I want to be the one to contribute." And they're all like pointing in random directions, being like, "No, I saw them go that way. No, they went that way."
Ed did it with us?
Ed is
with
with
me?
the party.
Is with the party so bad he moved off or okay?
Yeah, I held
Ed, where would you be?
I held the last one and then was like just moving that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's approaching the paralyzed one.
Come back to us.
Back
Back
into
to
the
us.
shadows I go.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give them disadvantage just because they're getting harassed by so many people. Okay.
I can roll
Yeah,
for
you go
stealth.
unnoticed. You go unnoticed.
Okay.
They're rocking with a 5. Don't worry about it.
24 for
The
stealth.
townsfolk are unintentionally helping you.
Okay.
The one who is now dealing with Offbeat and everything is like, look, like we had a lot of questions.
Mhm.
I didn't know, like, look, you guys popped out of the ground and killed a big rat ogre thing that I've never seen before in my life.
Mhm.
And some of you, and he like looks around, he's like, not you. I think I know you. I don't know. I might have known your dad, but look, some of you are clearly from around here. Some of you are clearly from not.
You know my dad,
I could have, dude, we live in a town where people live forever.
Geronimo Vegas.
What of it?
You know him?
He's dead.
Do you know the dragon that killed him?
Dog, do you have, for one, they were flying snakes for one.
What?
Pop back up.
Maro pops back up while you're interrogating this guy about what happened to your dad. Do you not know what happened to your dad? Do you just know that he died to a dragon somewhere?
Yes.
Okay.
Look, I'm gonna just pretend I didn't hear that. But we're gonna. So do you work for the same person that we now work for?
I mean, I have the same coin, don't I?
I mean, I don't know how this works. That could be, what if it's a fault? What if it's a fake?
I would like to compare coins.
There's
If he's handing it over, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
so-
hand it over. Yeah.
So all of the coins have a set of scales on them. His looks like it's been like scratched and modified a little bit, where in one of the arms, like one of the baskets, there's like a crudely carved skull, and in the other one there's like a crudely carved flower.
It's a little different. Slightly.
Different, huh?
Oh, hail hydrate, fellas.
Hey.
He's like, look, clearly you're either fresh, just got hired, or however you want to say what it is, but clearly you're out of your depth. Do you even have any idea who those guards work for?
No.
You're just gonna let them. Dude,
None of
not out.
this is
You had,
relevant. You stole one of our party members.
Yeah, why'd you steal Tink?
because we had to figure out who you was. Oh my God, she's so angry.
She's got props today. She came prepared.
I'm ready.
Offbeat, you, after he's like, oh my gosh, she's so angry, you hear a ruffle of cloth and a distance like, and the third guy from across the street jumps off of a building and lands in the middle of you and starts doing like a nunchuck routine. Like, gotta get all of you.
Are we out of combat?
Yeah, we're out of combat, and the guy
May
directly
I
in front
enter combat again?
yeah, right when you like go for your crossbow, the guy that you're talking to goes, Larry, we talked about this.
Now we know your name, Larry.
Are you gonna shoot Larry?
Is he still going?
When the other guy was like, hey, we talked about this, he's like, oh yeah, you're right. I'm better than this.
I keep my finger on the trigger and I watch Larry. I really wanted to just go again.
I walk over to Tink, Ed, and Dane and be like, how are we standing? Maybe we should sneak away a little somewhere private?
Maybe we should get out of this town. Discuss exactly what's going on, because you seem to be a little bit more in the know about what's happening here than we do.
He has been extraordinarily vague until this point. Like,
Yes.
Larry, when you mentioned getting out of town, was like, you guys want to come to the secret hideout? And the other one like shoots him just the most devilish look. It's like, it's pretty cool. We got board games. We got some grubbins. Come on. And he looks down at the other guy. He's like, come on, Gary. They seem cool. I see you let them open their pockets, so they gotta have coins. Let's go.
Tink, you look like you were gonna say something.
Yeah, Tink, you were gonna say something.
Is he gonna make up for kidnapping me? Are you gonna explain that to me?
The one who's like being held hostage again is like glaring at Larry, and Larry's like, all in due time. Like, I promise. You can meet the guy. who's like in charge.
There's
You
a
know.
guy.
Well, I mean, there's like two guys.
There's two guys in
There's
charge.
two guys in charge.
We're the two guys in charge. Give me their names, and we're just gonna have a little private meeting, and we'll discuss this amongst ourselves. But
Well,
I'm
I mean,
not
that's why we were
opposed.
getting the little one. We figured the little one was like, tiny, easy to. I mean, butterfly net. My guy, she's a fairy.
But
Tink is gonna cast enlarge on herself.
Let's go.
Am I small now?
Larry's like, oh,
She goes from the size of small to the size of medium, by the way. So that
Yeah.
just now
She's
it's
like
the size of
normal.
a human.
Where
That's
was
a
that
nice-
spell earlier? We made it very hard for them to make
I
off
didn't
with
know.
you.
I didn't know. that
She
I
was
could
too
do
busy
this.
raging and couldn't cast spells.
Yes.
That's fair, yeah.
Well, I don't see any reason necessarily to not follow this lead. What do you guys think?
What's it a lead to?
To the guys in charge.
Information.
We have no
We
information.
have no context whatsoever. This could be good.
And besides,
And if
look,
not,
guys,
we kill them.
I'm
whatever.
going down the hole. If you guys want to hang out and figure out what's going on with the super nice gods or whatever, I'm going in the hole. Gary, Terry, I'll see you later. And then he casts a Misty Step, and he teleports towards the manhole and opens it and jumps down.
Come on, you
Are
like
they
holes.
from town?
Their accents would imply no.
Okay. I was under the impression we already met the guy in charge, so I don't
That's a good
really
point.
know what they're talking about.
Gary is like, hey, look around. You see him? Someone's got to organize, those of us with, the little tokens. Anyways, I would really prefer to get down there in the hole with Larry. Also, Terry's still stuck, but I'll carry him or something.
unstuck him.
I didn't do that.
I'm not.
Did also say he didn't have any influence in this town.
Who said that?
The death guy.
Oh, Death, yeah.
That's kind of a.
Well,
I ain't really sure how any of this stuff works. Pointing at the Terry, I guess, is the one paralyzed.
Yeah.
I don't really know how to undo that. I guess eventually it'll just stop. Maybe.
Does Terry get to repeat the save?
At the end
I
of
mean,
his
every-
turn, yes.
You've never broken concentration on a spell before?
Well, I mean, technically he'd be.
At level 1, I didn't have.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like.
It's
Oh.
just,
only a minute anyway, so it'd probably be off by now.
yeah. I also
I'll
just
go
rolled.
over to where Decade is standing, and just pull it aside and just start explaining the mechanics of concentration. Since I'm a wizard.
All right, well, I'm
all
gonna turn
Yeah.
into a small, tiny little porcupine. And
I
give little
immediately
pickup
pick you up.
hands. Yeah.
I immediately pick you up.
Terry
Ready
rolled
to
a
go.
crit on. Yeah. Terry rolled a crit on getting out of that hold person after being in there for a long time, and like dolphin dives down the manhole.
Whoa.
I feel like I want questions from these goofs. You know,
Yeah, now
and
you just got Gary.
I'm gonna go in the hole.
I
Come
guess.
Come
I
on,
guess
Meryl.
it'd be best not to stick around because they're going to ask questions again. We should probably just skedaddle.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go
Think
down the
is-
hole.
Let's just be prepared for a fight. I mean, that's for sure what's gonna happen.
Yeah, if they do anything shady, Tink gets her revenge. It's all good.
Your biggest Duckus is pro revenge? That's interesting.
Have you met ducks?
I didn't say I would.
I'm not from here, okay?
I didn't say I'd
You
partake.
see my ears.
But Tank clearly can do whatever she wants. It's none of my never mind.
If I see another net, I'm gonna be swinging. I will not hold back. Go small again.
Gary's like this. I understand. He's like, yeah, do you want, I could leave it up here. Or I can let you carry it.
Actually, no, give it to me. I'm gonna whack you on the head with it. See how it
That's
feels.
valid. Honestly, little deserved. I mean, I'm in no position. Like, all right, can we, dear God, before these goons come and get us, can we please just jump down the thing? I mean, if you don't want to, it's gonna get real bad real quick. But God has a plan.
But
it's a bad plan.
With Marrow the porcupine, I'm gonna scoop down the hole.
I'll
Okay.
follow.
I'll go last, I guess. Yeah.
So you guys drop down into this effective manhole. Gary, after he gets down there with you guys, like tries to jump up to like close it, and on his first attempt, he jumps up and gets caught on the butterfly net. And is like, and then takes it off for a second, then jumps back up and closes it. Politely puts it back on so that he can have her vengeance.
Smart decision.
And then he proceeds to lead you guys through a network. Well, a network's probably the bad word. It's more of a grid work of surprisingly like advanced sewer system for a like a town in this time frame. Somewhere between the creation of irrigation for the farms and water filtering for the individuals. They were like, indoor plumbing sounds kind of cool. So let's go ahead and figure out a way to move water around town.
Completely foreign
Waste
to
around
Marrow.
town. Yeah. Or right at home for Marrow. But they lead you through a series of these sewage tunnels. If anyone wants to make just a flat intelligence check to try and memorize the way back.
Can I make a survival check?
Sure, I'll do
Yeah,
it.
survival check would work as well.
Especially since I would be wary anyway.
So any of us can do that?
22 from me.
Yeah.
That's a critical 27. I'm using up all my crits in the first 50 minutes of the
18.
session. I'm gonna roll ones now
Guidance.
forever.
Nice.
Oh, I also have guidance. I should be casting that.
Oh, I do too. Damn.
We can all guide each other.
Got 14 on a survival check.
Yeah, same 14.
18.
14, 18. All right.
And
So
27 for me.
and 27. So
22.
Porky, Marrow, and Dane all are very confident that if they needed to evac back to this exact manhole, they could. As you're walking, you also notice that there are little like pokes of light coming out of like ceiling points further down. What?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, it's not important. I thought it was important. The last message I got was like so important.
No, it's not important. This is really unimportant bullshit.
Okay.
We'll talk about it on
Anyways.
break.
You notice what you could infer as other openings. So that's not just the one. But after walking for a little bit of time, you guys turn off of the thing and it turns back into more of a cave network where it's hard, smooth stone around you guys. You get led on for another like 2 to 3 minutes and you take a bend around to the left. And there's this warm, dim light emitting from a room in front of you. And as you guys walk forward, you see a about like 20 by 20 foot room that has like some bean bags and some chairs and like a card table set up. And there's a couple people who are also, I'd say 3 people gathered in bean bags gathered around one card table who have their cowls up and they're sitting there and they're playing some sort of card game. And Gary, Terry, and Larry are like leading you in this place. And Larry, the talkative one, is like, hey, it's a pretty cool spot, right?
Pretty
like-
rad.
He starts
I
pointing
suppose.
around. He's like, all right. He's like, he's like, up to the, that wall over there to the north. We have a room that was supposed to be for the little one, for her to hang out. And he's like, this is like a meeting, and he points to the room that you guys are standing in. He's like, this is like a meeting in like, you know, a like lounge area. The boys play cards. All of them kind of like throw up a hand and like wave. And then he points to the south wall, and is like, and that's where we make our grubbins. But yeah, make yourself, I mean, I guess at home. And the whole time, Gary and Terry are just like, my God, you can't keep doing this.
So what exactly is this? Is this just like, are you all employees of death? Is that what this is?
Larry goes to like talk and goes, well, you see, and Gary just punches him. It's like, shut up. Like, it's you got Larry, loose lip Larry. You need to figure it out. You can't just be telling everything. And when he starts yelling, the door on the westmost wall slams open, and standing in there is just this beefcake of a man whose like cloak and cowl is like almost too small for him. It turns this cloak into like more of a like a superhero cape. And he's standing there with like his arms out. You can just see bulging muscles from underneath these shirts. He's like, hey, what's this? Larry? I said bring one. I know you talk a lot, but this is more numbers. He's like, all right, Larry, you go sit in the potty room. Everybody else. And he points to you guys.
Did you say potty room or party room?
The potty room. We live down here. We got to poop and stuff.
Oh, the potty room. Okay.
The potty room. It
I
smells
couldn't tell
real
it was
bad.
an accent situation.
Yeah, no, we. Anyways, it's a real bad time to sit in there when you don't gotta do your business. Look, and he points to you guys. It's like in my office.
You have an office down here?
What do you think I just came out of? You think it's potty room too? Nah, just kidding. It's the party room. Come on. And he walks in there.
What is this weird club?
I am going to follow in with a held action of summoning Shadow Blade if it turns like hostile.
Okay.
And I got that crap at my fingertips.
All right.
Yeah, I'll go in with a raid action for my channel divinity if it turns hostile.
Okay.
I'm a porcupine.
You are a
adorable.
porcupine.
I am a porcupine. Yep.
So you guys,
A crusty porcupine.
dirty, crusty, crunchy porcupine, spiky porcupine.
filthy.
He's crusty. He's dusty. Smells a little musty.
So, you guys walk in his room. It's pretty nicely decorated. There is another, slightly less bulky, but still impressively muscled man in there. His cloak fits him a little better. He's more of like a fine-toned muscle, whereas the first guy to speak to you looks like a cloud. Looks like a muscle cloud. Go for it.
I'm gonna do the anxious pet thing where I try to get out of the arms, and if he puts me down, just kind of wander around as if I am just a porcupine. Just
Okay.
kind of wander, just kind of moseying around. We'll slowly make my way around to the desks. Yeah. Just
Don't
kinda,
mind the pet.
Go ahead and roll me either perception or an investigation.
Just pulls out a sledgehammer and immediately just. I don't like animals.
Oh no. Okay. Investigation or perception?
Yeah.
Investigation. Perception it is. That'll be a 14.
14?
Mm-hmm.
You start to poke around. The main thing that you take notice in is the door on the north end of this room. So you guys are currently in number 3 if you guys look at the Discord for the super complex layout of rooms. So you guys are currently in 3. It's a circle, but not a circle.
An octagon.
Okay. Okay. Notice that. I'm just gonna keep moseying around. Don't mind me.
Okay. So Gary comes in behind you guys and closes the door, and the guy in front of you immediately just starts laying into him. It's just like, "Oi, Gary, you're my favorite guy. You're one of the best sons, right? What is this garbage? I put you on a job. I say, bring me the tiny fairy. You did that. You did good. I didn't say bring me the rest of a gang. We were supposed to put the fairy in the lantern, in the room, and ask a couple questions. Politely, through a lantern. But now I gotta hold this Socratic seminar with a bunch of people that I have no idea what they're doing here. And Gary's just kind of staring at his own shoes. He's like, all right, rest of you, small one. I'm sorry that we got off on the wrong foot, so to speak. But I need you guys to understand my position. Looking at how intently that man's staring at his shoes, and oh, look at that small tear at the bottom left corner of his cloak. Something tells me he had to initiate a parlay through similar alliances. So that answers that question for me. I was a little concerned that a ragtag group of ruffians who don't speak with this accent popped up out of the ground and knocked down a couple of buildings with the giant rat thing. And things are edgy right now, like that one. And he points at Dane. And he's
What? Edgy? No.
He's like, so anyways, you guys like new with this?
Decide how much edge I have.
He's like, so what's the deal? You new with this? I'm assuming you got coins. What's going on? What the fuck was that rat thing?
So yeah, we were hired for a job, and there was a rat extermination thing. We followed the rats, and then there was this tide of rats, a vermin tide, and then we saw the vermin tide, and there was a rat man who was named Sniff Sniff, and then I shot Sniff Sniff, and then Sniff Sniff fell into a pit, and then Sniff Sniff became a big Sniff Sniff, and absolutely, it was embarrassing. Wiped the floor with us.
I don't know what was in that soup, but it was good soup.
It was unholy good soup. We died. I met my dad, but he was not my dad. He was actually death, but he was still my dad. He's my dad now. And we got given some cool decorative memorabilia coins, and now we're cool.
You remind me a lot of Larry.
Is that a good thing?
You talk a lot.
I'm learning.
You're good at it. You're good at it. Keep that up. Whenever me and you were talking, it's between friends. You can tell me whatever you want.
I don't think I should.
I mean, you already did. He's like, all right.
Damn it.
He's just gonna catatonically put his head in his hands and start crying a little bit.
It's all right, brother. It's all right.
I'll be good. Just give me a minute.
I am now emotional support Porcupine, and I will.
Porcupine.
I hug you harder than anyone should hug porcupines.
Sobbing into its quills.
So the guy who's been the bigger one who's been doing all of the talking, pulls out a chair from behind this like crude table that he's using as a desk, and he sits down at it and kind of leans back in his chair. And the the other one goes, all right. So tell me this. Y'all die and then lead some rat to pop out in the middle of my town, blow up 3 buildings or what have you. Poor, God bless Meredith. Woman's house was already in disarray. Did y'all think that you were just like Wild West gunslingers out here to do death's bidding?
You seem to have made some assumptions there.
Like,
We weren't back until the rat was on the surface.
Mm.
It was already terrorizing the town when we manifested.
It sounds like what you meant to say was, "Oh, thank y'all for taking out that giant rat."
now,
But your words, I think they got a little twisted and lost along the way. So maybe just, I helped you untangle them there. You can just lay him
Is
out.
he not
whenever
good
you're
at
ready.
talking either? Is he bad at
I don't
talking
think
like I
I
am?
don't think he is. I think, but you both work on it together. I think that's probably why he actually called us down here.
Ah, he can be my talking dad.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Hold on one sec. I gotta household things.
I'm still not breathing
What? Why?
because I am being porcupine cuddled.
Oh, you are.
I'm gonna let you go. Noticing that you're gasping. Sorry.
I was gonna say you're good until like your con mod whatever.
Con
you
mod
call
and
it.
Yeah,
minutes.
you're good for
Yeah,
at
you
least
got-
a few minutes.
1 plus
RP,
con
those
mod
minutes go by
minutes.
quick.
What are the stats of a porcupine?
I pulled it up. It's not great.
The one who speaks like a local is like, now you. All right. Use rat. I do appreciate y'all for dispatching that big old rat abomination thing. He's like, but I don't know. Seems a little reckless. That's all. He's like, well, whatever. This. I have my thoughts. I keep them to myself.
I go back to
And
kind
he
of
leans up against a wall.
harmlessly moseying my way around to the back of them if need be.
The other one, who's sitting down, kind of like, all right, now y'all. That's their word. I shouldn't say y'all. It felt weird coming out of my mouth. But here's the thing. If you're gonna be running around doing stuff for, death and all that, we'll get you outfitted. We'll get you your cloak, things like that. But only thing, y'all's report to me. If you can't tell, Death's not out here exactly to do it himself. So we've organized. It's been a while since we've seen anyone new. I'm confused as to like why y'all showed up, but here we are. So if you need a base of operations, he gestures around. He's like, feel free to use the space.
We gonna run this bitch by the end of it.
He's like, but I tell you what, you guys need a little bit of the lay of the land before I just send you on back out there. He's like, do not, for the love of God, if you got that coin on you, don't get caught by the gods. He's like, I knew y'all's was green by how you were just walking along with them. They are not to be trusted. They are not on our side.
Side are they on?
But I keep getting this town all messed. You think it probably has something to do with the people, that bozo who's in charge of the, what's it called? Yosemite? What's his fucking name?
Oh, middle-aged man Yosemite.
Yeah, that guy.
He
I
always
think
insists we call him that.
he's got a lot of money floating around, but we don't know. That's the thing. Is all these things keep popping up. There's the stuff going on with the blue rock. There's the stuff going on with the weird flower. But at this point, it's like monsters pop up, we kill them. That's about it. All of this is relatively. Remind me? So you guys went down underground. Big rat showed up, wiped the floor with y'all, and y'all came back.
Yeah.
Did the thought ever occur to y'all that like why me? Or did y'all just automatically assume like, oh, I'm some chosen, superhero that can just pop out?
I don't know.
Look,
Death is like, do you wanna die?
I'm a small cleric. Who am I to question the will of Biggest Duckus? May he quack forever.
Kind of like pinches his sinuses at that.
We didn't have any choice in any of it, so what is it? It's a silly question.
The options were die or come back. So, I mean, I personally am not a fan of dying. You seem to be, I guess. Are you
what?
pro-death?
Well, I mean, we all are.
Oh,
The coin in your pocket means you are. Your job here is to make sure that things expire when they're supposed to expire.
Oh. So we enforce the expiration dates.
Basically, you're like the people who put the little numbers on the milk cartons.
You know, we shoot the people when they try to get the milk if it's expired.
Exactly.
I've got it. I'm pro-death. I wanna die.
Well, not exactly. All right, look,
Now look what you've gone and done.
I know.
You confused him.
just like Larry. You know, kid, I like you. All right. I tell you what. Rules of engagement. Don't talk to the gods. Keep your head low. You can work with other people here. What else? There's a lot. There's more of us than you would think. It's kind of surprising we haven't gotten it done by now. Like this, that, and the other thing. He goes like, all right, but come on now. He's like, I'll take you to the old armory. You can call it that. And the other one stands up and opens the door to the north that you were eyeballing, Marrow.
Okay.
And it's basically like a walk-in closet sized bit, a little bit larger than that. But along the wall, there are like an assortment of weapons that seem surprisingly pristine for where they are in this. Like everyone else's gear is kind of run down and muddied, save for like their blades. Like their cloaks are dirty, their armor is dirty. Offbeat specifically, you get the feel like while you were walking through here and like the guys playing cards and stuff, you get the feel that like these aren't like tried and true adventurers. All of them seemed like awkward and nervous about being down here and like affiliated with this Mr. High Perception or High Insight.
High perception, not high insight. We only got
Either
17
way.
insight. Yeah.
Still 17 passive insight, still good.
Mm.
Either way, but you did. Anyone who is insightful picked up on that. But this guy kind of gestures you into the makeshift armor. He's like, have you pick. They do they don't hit hard or anything, but they do better at cutting the type of things that we fight. Normal swords don't seem to do the trick.
But you
So basically-
suggest that these are magical for the purposes of overcoming resistance.
Exactly. If this was the game, these would be like +0 magic swords that just get past that resistance. But they're not just swords. We got swords, we got axes, we got whatever. If this was a game, you know, whatever your class would want for melee stuff.
What about a
you're
hand
mad-
crossbow?
I can hook you up with like, you know, some like bolts. We'll make it work.
Okay. Thanks.
So basically he's offering you guys access to be able to get a basically replace your weapon with the same thing, but does magical X damage as opposed to just innate blank damage.
I'll grab a hand crossbow.
I will grab a glaive.
I do not use those things, so I will stay a hedgehog.
Yeah, I'll grab
Porcupine.
like a rapier or scimitar, whatever they've got.
Okay. Tink?
I will be grabbing a sickle.
Okay. You grab a sickle that's like maybe a little bit too big, but when you grab it, it like shrinks down to an appropriate size for it to be balanced and not unwieldy for you. Yeah. So, at this point, after you guys get all geared up and whatnot, he goes and he sits back down in his chair. Feff, get me spooky music.
Got you.
So he goes and he sits back down in his chair. Probably you get the impression this guy likes to talk.
Like Larry.
Yeah. He hates those that remind him of himself. And he,
Oh,
So-
meow.
amen, brother. He sits down and he goes to start talking to you, and then through the door, you guys hear like a muffled scream, and then just the thud of a body, and you hear people rustling and moving on the other side. And Vloxen, if you want to drop the picture, of the Bone Daddy. The double doors of this room slide open, and Larry is on the other side of them, and he's like he slams them open and goes to yell to the guy who's been talking to y'all, who we haven't named yet, who will go nameless now. And he goes to yell and like raise the alarm, and as he opens his mouth, his eyes open wide with shock, and you see this one long bony appendage. Just the first one pokes through like right behind his belly button. You see this red long talon poke out, and then two more poke out around his chest and sternum area, and he lifts off the ground and then gets unceremoniously slunked off of this undead creature's hands. It's a large creature with taunt and gaunt, just decaying flesh that's sort of peeling away from its body. It's got this air of like shadows wisping off of it, but they seem discolored. They're not black. They've got this weird purple tint to it. And it drops into the ground, and it extends a singular finger in the direction of the guy who's been talking to you the whole time. And after that, we're going to go to break, and then we'll come back and we'll fight these bad boys.
Whew.
Hell yeah.
All right. BRB.
Where was 2 and 1?
Bro.
Why didn't you say him?
You know what's hilarious about this to me is that this is the kind of crap that the Tuesday night gives him.
Yeah.
And he was always so happy that we didn't do it to him on Thursdays, and now it's happening on Thursdays.
And now it's happening.
So now I'm just sitting here like,
Okay, so like outside of the bit of like no matter what Feff does for countdown, I'm gonna do some shit.
Right.
Like outside of the bit, I want to say that I'm used to it being 3, 2, beat, like silent beat, and then in. I swear to God, I feel like we haven't done the 2s, but I'm not the one who says it every week. So you would know better than me because you're the one that says it.
Twice a week, man, for at least a year plus.
Yeah. I think it's more so just that I have to speak when after the 2 silent beats. So now I'm all like, wait, these have been here the whole time?
They're useful.
All right.
Combat music.
Yeah, combat music. Everybody, welcome back. A big old Bone Daddy has walked into the room, extended a finger, pointing at the big beefcake man. I would also like to restate that the area is dimly lit, not enough to impede visage, but enough for it to be considered dim light.
Okay.
And yeah, let's go ahead and roll initiative.
do our held actions proc with the hostilities?
I would say no, because I feel like it was I feel like the unwritten context was if it turns hostile from the people in the cloaks. I don't think anyone was expecting suddenly bears.
Yeah.
Suddenly bones.
Suddenly bones.
If someone's got a cheeky bless up their sleeves, I would greatly appreciate.
Can we do that before?
Not like it'll have to be on your turns, and if you guys move before me, it's whatever. But if you don't,
I see.
Okay, so Dane's got a 19. Luna and Offbeat, who has the higher dex?
I have a +5 to dex.
Yeah, you got the higher dex.
Okay.
I had a +8 to initiative. I rolled a 6.
Dane, Porky, Tink, Hit Arrow at the. Dear Lord, that was intense.
I was just enamored with my new father.
I don't know if this music's gonna cut it. We're playtesting it.
Use the Doom music.
Bro, I will.
This isn't the Doom music already?
The only thing they fear is you is a banger of a song. I use it on my campaigns. It goes so hard. The only thing they've let me send you. Let me get the.
I'm already pulling it up.
All right. So, lay of the land real quick. Just so we have like a starting point for spatial awareness. These rooms are relatively small. The one that you're currently standing in is 25 feet by 5 feet. Are you playing Doomslayer? Are you playing Doom music?
Yeah. I like it. I go hard. I feel hard as fuck.
All right.
Too hard to
so
concentrate. I'll switch up.
I can't concentrate because it's so good. I just want to consume. Okay. So the creature is standing in the doorway, on the doorway that you guys came through, not the doorway to the armory. So he's standing there. I imagine that you guys were kind of like oriented in like a kind of like half circle around the desk in the middle of the room that the beefcake was at. The slim thick beefcake is by that northern door, and then the big beefcake is directly behind the desk. So basically right now with that orientation, you guys are each with, like, if we want to get nitty gritty about it, probably like 7 feet from, so 7, we'll round it up to 10 feet away from the Bone Daddy currently, and he's blocking the only known entrance / exit. Top of the order, we're starting with Marrow with a dirty 20.
Yeah. Gosh. I'm gonna see that Porky has just been choking people to death on their own, just killing people left and right. So I'm gonna cast haste on him.
Are you still a porcupine?
No, I would have dropped it.
Okay.
So and then I cast haste. I hit him on the shoulder, eye contact, and be like, kill them.
I look you in the eye and I go, don't cuck me on this one. Do not drop concentration, whatever you do.
And then I'm just gonna kind of be in the back line, get behind everyone, kind of sitting there chewing on it, thinking I don't have a specific bonus action in the pocket, so that's my turn.
Alrighty. Next in the order, we're gonna be looking at Dane. Marrow, did you move, by the way? Sorry.
I moved to the back line.
Okay.
I kind of worry myself.
So over in the
back.
direction of the beefcake with the desk, away from the enemy.
Yeah, I would say specifically if I can behind Tink and Dane.
Got it.
All right. I am going to cast that Shadow Blade
Go for it.
at the third of levels, and then I will pew pew with a firebolt, I guess.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll to hit, my friend.
What are my bonuses? That's the whiz. All right. How does a 21 sound?
21 will definitely hit.
Nice. It's gonna be cool. 3d10. Right, that's 10 fire damage. A staggering 10 fire damage, yeah.
Woo-wee! You
Yeah.
launch a firebolt at this thing, and it lands and scorches this thing's shoulder. As it like ignites and burns that flesh away, the room gets filled with this just gross, putrid smell. And that any movement, bonus actions, anything like that?
No, I'm not gonna move yet.
All right, cool. And then if that's you, we're gonna jump over to Porky.
That is
All
me.
right. So, I'm going to use my last spell slot of the day for my bonus action, and I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark. This sigiled crest, just basically a fancily ornate target just appears like stamp printed on it. I whip out my hand crossbow, and it's Porky's big turn again. Because I do everything turn 1 to get it over with. I'm going to make 3 attacks because it's Gloomstalker. That is going to be a... What's my modifier to hit with this thing? Don't really know its AC yet. I'm going to expend a Battlemaster dice for precision attack and add a d8. That's an extra 8. Okay, that is a 24 to hit.
24 will hit.
Excellent. That is a 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
Okay, I'm gonna add a Battlemaster technique onto this one. I need it to make a how far away is it?
Not far.
Within like 10 feet.
10 feet? Okay, I
Yeah.
need it to make a dexterity saving throw real quick.
Alrighty then. That's going to be a 26. No, 20. Yeah, 26.
Okay. It makes a save. And now for attack number 2. Okay, I'm going to use my third Battle Master technique, and I'm going to use precision attack on this one. That brings us up to... That is a 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Excellent. I'm going to action surge and do this again.
Cool. So we're at 2 hits so far?
We are at 3 hits.
Got it.
Okay, I'm going to roll the hit for this. All right, that is, I need to use my 4th Battle Master technique for precision attack because I am using sharpshooter stuff. Okay, 13 plus 6, that is a 19. That's another hit.
Yep.
Oh.
Ooh, boy. I've got to use my last Battle Master technique on another precision attack because that is very low. Please be high. Thank God that is an 8, so 5 plus 8 plus 6. That is an 18.
18 just hits.
Okay. And last hit. Critical hit. Wish I had a Battle Master technique for some smites, for some extra stuff. Oh wait, I get one more attack because of the extra action from haste.
Let's go.
Oh wait, actually no wait. This is the one scenario in which I have to actually ask this. So there's a ruling with haste and Gloomstalker Ranger specifically. Gloomstalker states that whenever you take the attack action, you get to make an additional attack as part of that action, as long as it's the first round of combat. Haste says you can use this action to make only one extra attack. What is your ruling, Taco? I will. This obviously does not benefit from extra attack, but
Yeah.
like what takes priority in this scenario, in your opinion?
I would say the haste verbiage, because the way that I do rulings is typically bigger rules. It's like a funnel. Bigger rules get outlawed by smaller rules.
Sure.
Okay, so whatever's applied last. Okay, so that will be one attack, and it's a crit.
Also, okay.
Okay, I
Taff
hit
bought
all
you
of-
a 2nd level spell slot.
Oh, I don't have 2nd level spells, but thank you.
I'll take it if you want to redistribute.
Yeah,
I'll allow that.
Yeah,
If he
I
chooses
used-
it, if Taff chooses it, then I'll allow
I
it.
used two hold persons earlier.
14d. Okay, that's going to be 14d6 plus 3d8 plus that is
How many hits
Jake
is that?
needs-
7?
7 total. That is going to be 7 plus 105 in modifiers.
What?
Gosh.
You're gonna have to show me the math on like what's proccing those big flat
Okay.
damage numbers.
So the big flat damage is sharpshooter. So every single attack, I am.
To be clear,
taking
not because I'm doubting you, because I'm curious.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I should probably explain it, but every single time I make an attack, I can activate sharpshooter, which means I'm taking a -5 to the attack roll. I start an 11, I drop to a 6, and if I hit, I get to add 10 to the damage modifier. And I'm doing that in all of my attacks. That's why
Cool.
that's why I'm having to use precision attack so much to just skirt out those edge cases to get those hits because the damage is a little bit better.
Makes sense.
So that's why I'm always trying to get blessed, because blessed is a great way to counteract.
To get around that, yeah.
But yeah, that's what's giving the big flat 105 at the end. Nice, 69 on the roll, so that is 174 damage from me, as I blam.
Dear Lord. So again, we need to get you like a Gatling crossbow with how many shots you put out constantly. Because I don't know how your hands are just drawing this thing back over and over and over again.
Thanks to crossbow expert, I get to ignore loading properties too. So I'm just like,
You'll play Dragon Age. It's just Bianca from Dragon Age. It's just automatic crossbow.
I like to imagine as well when I shoot, it literally sounds like a gunshot because it's so much damage.
So you let fly just this hailstorm of bolts, and you watch as all 7 of them just lodge themselves in this thing's face as its head like rocks back and like picks up a little bit and then slams back down. It's not looking good. It's past bloodied, and there's just all of these wooden shafts sticking out of its face. Anything else from you, my dear Porky?
That is Porky's big turn. Porky is done. Past turn.
All right, Tink, you're up.
All right, how tall is the ceiling? Like, how far up does it go?
Probably about like
How big can you get?
We'll call it like 10. We'll call it 10 feet.
You're pulling his
Because
ass.
you guys
Okay.
are underground.
I'm not getting that big. No. She's gonna fly up, so she's just out of the way of everyone else,
Mhm.
and she's gonna cast a Scorching Ray at the Bone Daddy.
All right, go ahead and roll the hit for me.
It's got a 1.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh no, bro.
All right, what about the other two?
That would be a 15 to hit. Not doing great, and then a
Yeah.
16 to hit.
All right. So you let fly all 3 of these scorching rays. You're still a little shaken up from the butterfly net. You see it in the corner of your eye, like, oh. But all 3 of these things end up going wide. The one that's a crit fail, like, slams into the door and almost catches the poor thing on fire. But the other ones are just glancing blows. Like, half of the bolt hits it, and the other ones pass behind it. Anything else you got for me, Tink?
No, we're just gonna soul capture that for this round.
All right. That brings us to the Bone Daddy in the door. So you see this thing disperse in this like discolored shadow of like purple smoke, and it disperses in front of you guys and then reappears in the shadow area directly behind the guy behind the desk, the big beefcake. And you notice its head get really close to its ear as it whispers something to him, and then it's going to make its attack actions against that boy.
While you're
There
doing
we
that,
go. Sorry.
thank you for the follow, and thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Welcome to the Pinecones.
All right. So you guys watch. Oh wait, let me roll damage to see how gruesome this gets. Don't have all my dice out. What are we looking at?
The 2 uses for the word quiver are like very different.
Yeah.
Sorry. I
Something
can,
on
if
your
you
mind?
want to know the train of thought there, how I got to that from pine cones, I can talk about it.
You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm great.
You doing all right over there?
I was thinking,
It's funny.
I was like, pine cones is specifically a me thing. I should come up with a fan, like a followers for the long shot as a whole. Long shot, quiver. Probably not. Wow, those are different.
That's valid. All right, hold on.
Intrusive thoughts be like. Thank you, Dad Dog.
And then the last attack. Oh my! Oh dear lord! Damn near rolled max damage on the last one. Okay. Yeah. So you guys watch as this thing steps behind the beefcake of a man, and it jabs one of its long appendages into his back and like scoops him up a little bit, and then rams the second one into it at the same time with this just sickening wet squelch as fluids start to leak from this poor guy's body. And then while it's holding him up like that, it pulls out the first hand and then reinserts it, just does it again, and then kind of just lets him slump off of his fingers. And he falls limp to the floor.
Is he like super dead?
He's not like dead outright, but he's super not having a good time.
I can bring him back.
After that thing stepped through the door, any of you who are facing it notice that it steps through, and in the common area where those 3 people were playing cards, there is another Bone Daddy that is just standing amidst like all of these just flayed and just ruined corpses into just a thick puddle of blood.
Oh God.
And
Wait.
after its friend steps through, it turns like a slow creaking head and stares directly into the room, past you guys, and at the dude who's on the floor.
Does this dude just not have? Does this guy just not have beef with us? Or... Also, Dice Goblin, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Love you.
This is fine.
Now we are with
All right. I'm going to channel divinity and bubble.
Okay.
And then none of us have taken any damage yet, right? We're all
Correct.
How vital is it that this guy doesn't die? Like, is it like super
They've
important?
been useless.
They're allied with death, right? As long as their coins don't get destroyed, they can be
Oh, true.
revived.
From what you guys have gathered is that this guy is basically like the organizer of other death
Missions or
yeah, basically he is the guy who has taken it upon himself to organize the other avatars of death who are in this town or city. That's the vibe he gives off.
operations.
Does Revivify work on us in general?
Oh.
Those who have visited death prior?
That is a good question. I'll think about it when it comes up. He is unconscious right now.
Not dead.
Yeah.
He's only mostly dead.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would just bless the party if you have it.
Yeah, it is the editor's turn.
Sag.
I have aid because my whole thing is like beefing up health.
I see. Valid.
I was just like I could healing word him.
You could cast aid and include him, because then it gets a bunch of us.
Well, my action. Well, this turn I mean, because I actioned for Channel Divinity.
Oh, I see.
But he isn't within that 30, so he'll. Well, no, you don't get 10 hit points if you're unconscious, right? Or do you still get them? They just don't count towards stabilizing. Whatever.
Yeah, 10 hit points don't bring you back up.
But he would still get them, and like if he were healed, he would have those end.
Correct.
Yeah, so as my bonus action, I could healing word him and kind of. I guess I would keep him away from at least one death save throw, right? If that's how this works.
Mm-hmm.
For NPCs, I don't know. We'll pop Cloud with a healing word.
Cool.
Just at first level.
How much does he get back?
He gets 5.
Woo! All right.
And I'm going to choose to get 10 hit points.
Oh, thank you, Ren. Appreciate you.
Heck, max.
Let's go.
Nice.
And that'll be my turn.
All right.
Actually, I'm going to. I don't know if I'm right near the open door, but I'm going to move so I'm not in direct line with the open door, so Oyo can't just come in, skewer me.
Okay, gotcha. So you're stepping out of the direct path of the door.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That puts us to Bone Daddy number 2. Cool. You see him wreath himself in the same sort of distorted shadows that you saw the other one do, and he does the same sort of blink move where he teleports 30 feet from the center of the previous room and is now adjacent to the guy who is on the floor, to the cloud. And you watch as he takes his talon, and he, with odd precision, reaches down and cuts the square out. This is his whole action. Cuts the square out where this guy's coin would be, picks it up, tilts his head back, and eats it. And when this happens, you watch the cloud guy, instead of just like falling limp there on the ground dead, once that coin is eaten, you see him start to crumble away into this like wisps of a mixture of ash and the exact same black smoke that made up Death's realm, and just starts to wisp away.
Oh.
Okay.
And that will be that guy's turn. We're back to the top with Marrow.
Okay.
Orientation, just so everyone knows where that guy just teleported to. He's basically he's on the other side of the desk from y'all.
Okay.
Oh wait, homeboy who was by the door needs to go. My bad.
Okay.
he's going to run at the Bone Daddy and try to take 2 swings with his longsword and see how well he does. So he goes and he slashes downwards at the thing, and after it consumes the coin, its head jerks and snaps and looks directly at him, and it raises one of the clawed hands and catches the blade in midair. And then with that, we're gonna go over to Marrow.
Okay, so
does he get 10 hit points? Can I give him?
Yeah.
He's 13.
How many did he get? 13.
Thank
okay,
you.
cool.
To me?
No, not you, not yet. At the end of your turn, you can.
Okay. Oh, okay. So I'm keeping up my concentration. Basically, I know that that's an undead doing undead stuff with a coin, but I also saw it pointedly going for the coin, so I'm gonna take my coin out, and without hurting it, assumedly, I'm gonna swallow it.
Okay. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh.
You're up there rooting around in your shit every time so you don't flush it.
10.
Okay.
I don't use. Yeah.
I probably should have been a little bit more clear about like the size of these things.
Oh.
Because I'm sorry. I should have said something. I was imagining about the size of like a 50-cent piece or like a silver dollar.
Oh.
If like it's a thing that you can like palm. So if you want to change you could do it, but I'm telling you a 10's not going to cut it, and I wasn't very clear about how big these things were.
Okay, yeah. I didn't realize how big it was.
He's like, yeah, I can swallow a dime.
Yeah,
Like,
well, I'm like,
no,
it'll
not this
survive
one.
my organs.
I'll change the verbiage instead of like coins. That way we don't think too small. Think more of like a medallion or pendant.
Okay. I'll cast. We're in a stone room.
Yes.
Okay. Infestation, which is not concentration, and I would have to move up to the one. I think I'll have to move up a little bit to the one that went around the desk. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Infestation, con save of 15. Oh gosh, I didn't mean to actually roll the dice.
This is on the one who came in from the other room.
Yeah.
Okay. Con save of 15. Oh, he crit. I'm sorry. I'm assuming he takes half then.
Let me check. Con save or it takes. What?
Wait, con save for what?
It's a cantrip.
It's a cantrip. I don't think he's gonna take any damage.
Oh
Takes
yeah,
not.
then no.
Yeah. Okay. Nothing. I
Alrighty.
summon a bunch of mites and it does nothing.
All right, Dane, you're up.
Oh my god, guys, thank you so much. Taff, my dude. 4th level hype train, guys.
Hey yo.
Nice.
Let's go.
And Jared, it's your time to shine.
All right. In which case, I'm going to start my turn
Oh, level 3.
by
My bad.
going to Bladesong. And then I guess I'm gonna run up and take a few swings at the closest non-injured Bone Daddy. Well, how far is really injured Bone Daddy?
Really injured Bone Daddy would be. It's a difference of moving 5 feet or moving 15 feet. You can get to either.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go for really injured Bone Daddy.
Okay, cool. So you skirt around the desk, go to that guy.
Mm-hmm. And I am Well, I haven't hit him.
Ah.
Can I skirt around him without getting opportunities?
So, like, if you go to the injured one, enter his engagement range, and then don't leave his engagement range, yeah, you can skirt around technically, because you would have.
Yeah,
you'd have
I
10
just don't
feet
want
left.
skipping fresh one and just getting into melee with injured.
Yeah, you would basically just use your movement to go to the opposite side of where the fresh one is. So instead of going up and around, you would go down and around, and you would dodge the fresh one.
All right, that's exactly what I'll do then. And then I will make a couple of swings.
Hey, you bada.
All right. How does a 15 sound? 15 hit.
15 misses.
Okay. Let's swing again. How about a 20? No, sorry.
Nope.
Are you
24.
casting Booming Blade perhaps for this one because you're a blade singer?
I
You can
would
have the
if
extra
I
attack.
hadn't used my bonus action already.
Did you cast a spell as your bonus action?
He activated his
Blade
blade
Song.
song.
Oh, that's not a spell, but Booming Blade you get to cast as a. What level blade singer are you? Aren't you level 6?
Yeah, I'm 6.
So you can make a weapon attack and then cast a cantrip as part of your attack action. So you can cast.
Okay, I thought that was part of the mechanics, but I looked for it earlier and didn't see it. But
It's definitely there.
yeah, I mean, I'm ready to take your word for it, and I will absolutely do that. If that's
I
the
did
case.
that. Done that for hours with Ziller. That was how Ziller
Yeah.
worked. I pinky promise you.
What was the to hit
Okay.
roll on the second one?
24 to hit.
That'll do it. Yeah, definitely.
Excellent. All right, let's roll up this damage. Does it Shadow Blade also give? Yeah, it's just a regular weapon. Okay. 7, 15.
Taff just gifted Offbeat a sub. Thank you,
Hell
Taff. Welcome,
Finally.
Offbeat.
I'm finally subbed.
7.
I'm throwing in the towel on this hair thing. It's bugging me too much. Thought I could do it. Failed.
So far, 27 psychic damage.
Okay.
Let me. Do you know off the top of your head how Booming Blade works?
Booming, we are level 11, so it adds on an extra 2d8 thunder damage. And then
Excellent.
additionally, if the target uses its movement to move more than 5 feet from its current location, it will take an additional 3d8 thunder damage.
All right, so tack on an extra 11 thunder damage.
Alrighty. So you take one swing at this thing and you see it start to raise that bone claw up to try and catch the blade, and with a flourish, you redirect and use the momentum from the first strike to cut down at this thing with the second blow. How would you like to do this?
Yo.
Nice.
Just, a nice, like, twirly flourish kind of, sort of nice link hiat or something.
Alrighty. So coming from top to bottom, you see that it's about to get deflected. You give him a little spin and a flourish, and you come back on the other side, cutting from left hip to right shoulder, and the thunder energy explodes from the blade as it enters center mass and just sends giblets of this thing flying. You see like a couple of the bone fingers lodge themselves in the stone wall with a hum as this thing just explodes. A testament to the sharpness. Next up is Porky.
All right.
We're one
Porky-
bone daddy down, one soul consumed, and we got a fresh one still in the room.
Porky's got one gimmick, and boy howdy does he like to do it.
Brah!
Is there? Do you do flanking?
Can you flank with ranged?
Oh no, actually,
I don't think you
flanking,
can.
So I don't. So I don't.
I
don't-
do
Somebody
do
else would
flanking.
have to. Somebody else would have to flank.
Yeah, there'd have to be a
then
full
you could do
flank,
it.
and then you can shoot in.
Okay.
So currently, no.
Alrighty. So there's no way to get advantage, unfortunately, and I'm
Feels-
all out of my ways to get around my thing, but I'm gonna do it anyway because it's technically better.
Feels
Is
up,
it-
Batman.
I'm just gonna whack. I'm gonna do it. Go big or go. I'm gonna use my bonus action to move the hunter's mark to the new target, to the new
Yep.
bone daddy.
On the
Okay.
death. Yep.
Let's go. Okay, that is a 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Ooh, 23 to hit. And then
23 will hit.
extra action from haste. 22 to hit.
All 3 of those will do it.
Yes. That's going to add on a flat plus 45. That is going to be 66 plus 45.
I thought you were saying 6 plus 4, 5, and I was like, huh?
Damn.
Not quite that much. Not until later. That is going to be 9, 13, 14, a lot of ones. 15, 16 plus 45. That is 61 damage from Porky.
All right. So you let fly 3 shots that I'll find purchase in this thing's sickly flesh.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you got for me? Wanted to hit him with a cheeky move.
You do
Snazzy
have
little
haste,
bonus action.
so
I do have. I mean, how far away is it right now?
From you, 15 feet.
15 feet. I'm gonna move back a cheeky 30.
Cheeky
And maybe-
30. So you would have to step into the other room with all the corpses.
Could I with all the corpses? I don't know how I feel about those corpses. I'm gonna just move to the back of the room.
Okay.
Okay. And then I will end my turn.
Cool.
And I get 10 hit points, right?
Yes.
Do you get so those temporary hit points refresh every turn?
Yeah, whenever they end their turn within my sphere, they get a d6 plus my level.
So
hit
good.
points.
I like that. Good.
You get
That's
12,
spicy.
12 temp HP.
I'm a fan. All right.
All right, Tink, you are up.
Right. Tink is just gonna fly at it,
All right.
and with booming blade, she's gonna try to slash at it twice with her new fancy sickle.
All right, go ahead and roll the hit for me 2 times.
That is a 21 to hit,
21 will hit.
and then a dirty 20 to hit.
And those will both hit.
Okay. That is 8 slashing, and then $23 thunder damage.
So 8 plus 23.
No, I did that wrong. Yes, 8 plus 17 years. Thunder, sorry.
Got it. And was that from both of them or just the one?
Just the one. Oh, the thunder was from the one, and then
The slashing was both.
yes.
Understood. All right, so you fly towards this thing and you come in low. You fly upwards and rake your sickle, the tip of it, across this thing's chest, cutting a deep gouge as you go up. And when you reach at about like shoulder height for this thing, you flip it around and you drive the curved end of it behind its like trap muscle and just dig it in real quick and let the magic do the rest of the work, and then pull your blade on out. Anything else you got for me, Tink?
Gonna back away a little bit, but not enough that it's gonna spot through the opportunity attack.
Okay, cool. So just kind of float a little bit backwards for it. All righty. That monster is dead, which brings us to Ed.
All right, how's this one looking?
This one is looking, he's doing all right. He's taking some hits, but he's not too messed up.
And we'll come in for some damage. I will close. I'll get like 10 feet away.
Okay.
And then I'll cast Spirit Guardians
All righty.
at 5th level.
So it's a wisdom saving throw when it ends its turn there, or when it starts its turn there,
Uh,
or when it first enters.
when it enters the area for the first time or on a turn, where's it? I can read, I swear.
I believe.
Enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there. It must make a wisdom saving throw.
All right, so he will make that wisdom saving throw because it wasn't there, and then it was, so he entered it for the first time.
Actually, I actually recently looked up, and Sage Advice says that actually doesn't apply because it technically double taps it.
Really?
I don't that's what they say. I recently looked it up. I don't agree with it personally because I don't like playing with it, but
I
Yeah,
always
neither do I.
appreciated it because it was basically double tapped.
I mean, to me, it feels like it's. I mean, like it rarely is it that much damage anyway. But
Yeah.
like I just thought I would make that distinction because I've been trying to do a deeper dive in some of the rules that are like I feel like are a little bit like I took as givens, and that was one of them. And I was like, and I feel like our table as well took it as a given, but I thought I could mention
I mean,
that.
like,
Yeah.
as written, it's like...
It sounds like it got basically like FAQ'd.
Yeah, a little bit.
But
like-
I'm going to run it the way that we've consistently ran it and the way that I've interpreted it, which is basically raw. It says when it enters the space for the first time, which it just did. But that being said, he did roll a 23 on his wisdom saving throw. So he will take half.
I'm going to do a little reaction bit and silvery barbs.
Nice.
Alrighty.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, now he fails. That's only a 12.
Let's go, Jake.
Nice.
All right, who...
Question, because it's
I'm-
important. Are you good aligned or are you evil aligned?
I'm good aligned.
Cool.
I mean,
So radiant
I'm
damage.
assuming Biggest Duckus is like probably neutral, honestly, because he's made
Yeah.
up. but Ed is definitely well intentioned and good. So,
Definitely.
and for silvery barbs, I'm going to give that advantage to Porky for his
Nice.
next attack. So that's going to be 5d8.
Oh, I heard that.
That was a good crack.
Yeah, damn.
21 radiant damage.
Alrighty.
And then for bonus action, we're going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Wait, that's 2-leveled spells.
Oh, you're right. Dang, you're right. Okay. No one's taken any damage, right?
I'm good. These things have not been super interested in like us ourselves.
Yeah, well, for now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I don't have any... Oh, actually. As a bonus action, I will alight into the air, and I will kind of fly up.
Ooh.
All right.
Depths of night.
He floaty.
You floaty boy.
That do it for you?
Yes.
Alrighty, that's gonna bring us back over to the Bone Daddy, who starts his turn in the area, correct?
Yeah.
So he's gonna make that wisdom save again. That's gonna be a 17 plus 6, which is gonna pass.
Yes.
So he'll take half.
Uh, 15, so half of that.
Alrighty. So he continues to get buffeted by. What are your spirit guardians look like? I'm imagining tiny ducks, but this is your decision.
They're for sure ducks.
All right, so little tiny ducks keep slamming into him and squeaking a little bit.
They're like floating around, and they're just like snapping after breadcrumbs and grapes that are kind of floating in the ring of light, and they're just kind of going after it.
Just in a
I'm here
circle.
for it. So on its turn, it is going to point its direction at Tink. One thing that anyone who is in the party who is, because I'm assuming all directions kind of, or attention is pointed at this thing at this point. Anyone in the party who is proficient in perception would notice that the eyes of this thing change from these kind of like sunken black pits to once it realizes that the homie's dead, you see that its eyes change color to this like deep sea green that is much more vibrant and has a lot more like glint and life to them as room. And seems to take all.
Yeah, say that last part. A vibrant green.
Sorry. Yeah. It's a deep, dark kind of dead black and transform into this vibrant sea green. And the eyes go from being like hollow pits to having like a little bit more glint of life to them. And it kind of takes in the room. Anyone who's proficient in perception notices that. And then it's going to take its 3 attacks at Tink, who's directly in front of it.
Can I use my reaction to cast shield?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You can cast shield upon it when first you have to wait to see if it hits you.
Okay.
Yeah, because you might not even need to cast shield.
Yeah, you might not need
three
to.
times.
Okay.
First swing is going to be a 25 to hit Tink.
Yes, I'm gonna catch you.
So that adds 5 to your AC. Does that still go through, or are you clear now?
Yeah, it still goes through.
Oh.
Okay. So you guys see as just one of the fingers swipes out and kind of like it grazes Tink and impales one of her wings a little bit, and Tink is now grappled by the claw. I will roll the other ones first. Then with its opposite hand, it swipes down at Tink. Oh dear lord. That's a 19 plus 8, so a 27. That one will go through, so we're at 2. And then with the third attack, it takes the hand that has you on it like through the wing and starts to close it and bring the point of the other fingers towards you. And that one's gonna miss for some reason.
Glad.
He gets like a cramp in a finger.
He's like, ah! You'd like chip his nail. You break his acrylics.
He bites it. You just bite at it.
All right. First one does 10, 11 plus 4, 15 points of piercing. And the second attack that landed is a 10, 13, 17. So 17 plus 15, correct? Points of piercing damage, and that is the thing's turn. Tink, as this thing goes to close its hand around you, it's staring directly into your face, and you see those green eyes. And as the talons get closer to you, there's a you notice that they then fade away back to those black pits. And that puts us back to the top of the order with Marrow.
All right. Keeping up concentration.
Yes, sir.
I am going to kind of vault over, and this is the one that is by the desk, or is the other the one that,
there's only one remaining?
Yeah, which one's, where is it? Sorry.
So it is in the center of the room, like next to the desk. So one was behind the desk with Homie. This one is on the side, on the north side of the desk. So it's also within like 5 feet of everybody. Like
so
it can get
so
there
I've
really
never
easy.
I've never really described exactly what I've got on me, but I've got this long holly staff, and I'm just gonna kind of weasel my way forward and jab through the hand, hit Tink, and cast freedom of movement.
Okay.
A willing creature for the duration. The target's movement is unaffected by difficult terrain, and spells and other magical effects can neither reduce or target speed nor cause the target to be paralyzed or restrained. Target can also spend 5 feet of movement to automatically escape from non-magical restraints such as manacles or a creature that has it grappled. Finally, being underwater imposes no penalties on movements or attacks.
Cool.
And then am I within smacking distance? Within being attack of opportunity?
you could get oh,
I
hold
assume
on.
I am. It's a touch spell. Okay.
Then yes, 100%.
I'll stay put.
Okay.
Nope, I'll back
do it.
off because I will risk the 1 attack breaking concentration instead of potentially 3 attacks. So I'll weave myself backwards.
All right. It will use its reaction for that when you squawp. And it will swing and miss as your little rabbit form darts out of the way.
Hop up on the desk.
All right, Dane.
All right. gonna move over to Fresh One and do the swinging. And you specified that it was dim light in here.
Correct.
The handy little mechanic for Shadow Blade that I didn't use before gets advantage in dim light.
Ooh.
Oh, I thought that's why you would like cast it.
It just does better damage than any.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It's the best melee weapon in the game.
Okay, well, that first swing is a crit.
Nice.
And then swing 2 is close. Is going to be a 27 to hit.
That will definitely hit, my friend.
Ooh, all right. All right. Let's roll this crap. All right. So that's... I should probably wire up some dice roller for next time. For instances exactly like this. Set.
Whatever this song is, I'm into it. This was a good pick.
This
Yeah,
is this is not Darkest Dungeon. What's up, the Mickle Pickle? What's up, dude? Welcome in.
Okay. That's round 1. Quick bit.
Paint me a word picture, Taco, of these bone daddies while we're waiting.
Of
That's
these
a good
bone
idea.
daddies. Oh yeah, we did go to break.
Give me
Which one?
give me a tasty imagery with your facelip.
with my
With
face
your
lips.
face, yeah.
All right. Standing at about a crispy. They're about 8 feet tall. They got broad shoulders. You can see the skeletal structure underneath their just pressed to their form skin that has been pulled tight. There are bits of bone that poke out where the bone has been unnaturally extended and formed to create their current state. They have hands that extend outward from their torso to an unhuman length, with massive hands that are just covered in long talon-like fingers that come to a razor-sharp point.
Good to go.
Yep, we're good to go.
Yeah, so that is in total going to be a mixture of Shadow and Lightning for 92 damage.
92.
Damn,
92 damage.
Dear Lord, again, how do you want to do this, my critty boy?
I will start by just clean slicing off the hand that's holding Tink, and then using that centrifugal, just come back and backstab it.
Nice.
Dear Lord. All right. So the hand that's holding Tink goes limp, and this thing slumps to its knees and then falls forward as Tink kind of flutters away out from underneath it, and we are out of combat. At this point, the cloud human, the big muscly boy, is about half disintegrated at this point. So there's just basically a pair of muscly legs that are slowly getting turned into ash and then turning into this black smoke.
I will attempt a revivify. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'll.
So you get down to his legs, and you take out the necessary components, the gemstones and all of that, and you cover your hands. You put them right on his butt, and you start to go through the process of casting the spell. And as it normally where it would start to take, you feel this warm healing light start to radiate from your hands, but right on the brink of it taking effect, the spell fizzles. And remembering your conversation with death, you infer that there is not a soul to return to the body.
Yeah. I'm just gonna kind of sit back, a little wide-eyed.
So you burn
around.
you burn the slot. You don't lose the materials.
Oh, scoop up my diamond dust.
Hail hydrate.
Hail
You
hydrate.
only got legs, Lieutenant Dan.
I'm gonna scavenge the bone thing's corpse for a medallion. So scavenge it for the medallion and see if it's there or anything. If it's like lodged in the throat. Just gonna start gutting it apart, trying to find it.
Okay. Roll me a survival check because you're more so like field dressing this creature.
I help.
Okay, all these crits are gonna come back to get me eventually, but that's a 27 for now.
All right, there you go. Let's
All
right.
Yeah, so due to your time in the wilderness and having to survive out there on your own with the porcupines, to much their dismay, you insisted on eating meat. But you kind of drive a dagger in like right above the navel of this thing and carve upward and stop right below the sternum and kind of get your hands in there and start fishing around and whatnot. Then when you find nothing, you start to go through through its throat and start poking around in there. You find it in there, but the coin is like half dissolved and just in complete disrepair.
I'm just gonna like put the coin in his if his hand's still there,
He has no hands. He's just a pair of legs.
just some legs. I'm just gonna
You only got legs, Lieutenant Dan.
put them,
Put it in his
them-
back pocket.
Phantom,
pocket.
thank you for the 10 bits.
Give him like a little tap tap.
Is everyone dead?
You look around, everyone in the cloaks, save for the slim, thick cloud,
Mhm.
is
Wait. Is Larry still
Yeah,
in
I was
the
just gonna
potty?
say I'd like to whip open the bathroom door and see if Larry's still alive.
all right. So you run over there and you rip open the bathroom door, and arms limp at his side, mouth agape, pointed skyward, trousers around his ankles, sitting on a toilet seat surrounded by dried flowers. You see just the eviscerated corpse of Larry just sitting there with a gaunt, slack-jawed expression looking at the ceiling.
Stupid. Ed!
Yeah, what is it?
You got any more Revivifies left? I just used my last.
It
Oh,
didn't seem to
Offbeat?
do the trick.
Yes, but
right?
he was becoming dust. This is just a corpse.
Sorry, Offbeat, you were searching the one that came in second, the one that ate dude's coin.
Yeah.
Okay, when you're rummaging through there, you find several different coins at different states of erosion.
Oh, okay. I see.
Okay. Do any of them look still good?
No. The most fresh one is the one that was most recently ate, which was Cloud Homie.
Oh, I see. I'm just gonna mostly just dust. I'm just gonna like chuck them on the ground.
Well, that was unfortunate.
Shakily in the corner, Slim Thick Cloud is like, yeah, y'all are telling me. And is kind of like clearly in shock, looking around at all of these people that he used to know who are just in different states of just different bits of gore and different states of deterioration.
Now, you all right? He get you, or
No, I'm fine physically, but I don't know. Y'all understand this? We weren't like adventurers. Like this was kind of forced upon us. Like he points at the body of the cloud guy and he's like, he was just like a traveling act. He was a strong man. That's why he's not from here. And he like gestures to like different bodies and is like Larry was just a farm hand. Like they didn't have training before, and he just kind of like puts his head in his hands and is just super distraught as he tries to explain that like these were not special people. These were. He'll come back up and he'll say, he's like, I don't think y'all understand the way that you get chosen for this kind of role. Like it's real cool that y'all like had abilities and stuff to some degree before this, but we ain't special. We just get picked. You happen to die to one of the things that are like not supposed to be like that, and you just get sucked up, and it's either oblivion or you come back and you figure out how to fight it. That's, I mean, like, look at us. We are way out of our depth.
Well, we're not out of our depth.
Not anymore. I go and I
Look,
check
man.
on Tink.
How you doing, Tink?
Fluttering her wing angrily and just looking at it. I'm
Oh.
done getting caught by things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna like float over because I'm also flying. You want me to take a look at that? I can probably
mean,
fix it up for you.
Can you? That would be really nice.
Yeah.
Seeing that taken care of, I go to the kitchen and make a sandwich.
All right.
Stepping over the bodies.
Well, you're gonna need new crew, I guess. Since you know more than us, and we're better at this than you are. So, it's a shame what happened to your mates, I guess. I'm not very good in these situations. I was friends with porcupines.
Do you have any sort of idea why these things came here now?
That's a good question.
I don't. Oh man, I don't know.
Have
Man,
any
like
of
Larry-
the other members come in contact with these creatures before?
No, this is the first time I seen something like this. We've been operating for a little bit, maybe a month. But, oh, I swear, but everyone was straight as an arrow. I mean, other than Larry. Like Larry is just, he runs his damn mouth all the time.
Shit about Larry.
Look, all I'm saying is if somehow word got, he invited you down to his secret clubhouse.
It's not secret anymore, that's for sure.
Yeah, if there was a loose end, Larry's a whole ass frayed rope.
That's fair. Go back to my sandwich.
But other than that, I don't know. Because these things walked in here like they owned the joint.
I guess it's our joint now.
I mean,
no
is it?
Compromised.
But like,
We can't stay here.
Well, that's not necessarily true. I heard legends of a 5th level spell that clerics can cast and prepare for the day called Hallow. If we can get some incense, we can prevent anything that doesn't follow death from entering here.
Oh, you know what? You're right. I do know how to do that. You're right.
But it
This-
wouldn't stop them from just piling outside our front door.
Well, then we can just pick them up for target practice. Blat, 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 blat.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Free XP.
Taco hates them for this one simple trick.
If this were a game, free XP.
The guy who's been talking to you is like, look, I don't care. I'm out. That's all I have to say.
Hey,
Y'all can have the space. No, which one of yous is in charge? I was second in command to good old boy Richard over there. And he passed away gruesomely.
I point at Dane. He's in charge.
I mean,
No, we have not decided who is in charge.
don't you think it'd be safer if you stick with us, since we at least know a little bit more about fighting and killing crazy monsters?
And ostensibly, these things follow after followers of death, and you can't really get rid of that fact. So if you just go out there and don't take us with you, you're just gonna be a helpless little baby, ready to be fit and slaughtered and gutted in the streets by a bunch of bony fingermen.
Okay.
Probably in your sleep.
I think that. Oh, all right. Well,
Do you want to be fingered by bonins?
I'm sorry. Ed, what were you saying?
Look.
I think he made it quite clear.
I don't give a damn about any of this. I'll figure it out. I don't care if I have to break my own coin. Seeing that shit happen ain't worth it. And he's pointing down at the cloud dude. And he's like, look. And he points at Porky. I almost called you Ziller. Points at Porky and he's like, look, I don't care. Congratulations. You're the new CEO of the Department of Institutional Corpse Killing. I'm fucking out of here. I don't want nothing to do with this.
What's this called again?
The Department of Institutionalized Corpse Killing. Congratulations, you're the head dick. I'm out of here. And he like storms off. Like he's at a point where he knows that he's just reason cannot get through to him. He is shell shocked and is going to be talking about this in therapy for years if he makes it that far.
Guidance. Best of luck.
I'm gonna drag a chair over to the door to the entrance and prop it.
Well,
that'll definitely work.
I'm famished. I don't know about any of you.
I make sandwiches.
I'm gonna go and start just like.
Are your sandwiches a hero's feast by any chance?
Yeah. How about we clear out the human corpses?
Yeah, let's clean
first.
up the corpses if we're gonna chill.
Yeah, let's clean up the corpses first. These are making me wildly uncomfortable. These aren't like wild animals. I've killed those before. This is like, oh god, where do we put them? Is there garbage? Is there garbage down here?
I mean,
is there a big hole?
I have cleansing fire.
You want to burn the corpses in an enclosed underground cave? Do you want to smoke us out and give us lung poisoning?
Listen, I'm not saying right here. I'm just saying, once we've looted them and all that.
In the streets, you suppose? We just start throwing bodies.
I hear your point. We are in a sewer.
Oh, there's a sewer. I'm just gonna just dump them in the water.
All the poop gases catch on fire and you blow up the whole city in a campaign.
Yeah.
Yay! We win because we end all the people who've been living too long. So technically,
we're supposed to be the bad guys.
In brain time.
Wait, are we?
Slurpium is no longer an issue because everybody is dead.
Are we? Is that the end game here? We just blow up the city?
I mean, if that's how you and your characters would decide to do that, I won't stop you.
I'm not saying it wouldn't be fun, but some of the party is locals, so probably not.
Here's the thing about making messed up decisions in my campaign. If you want to do, for lack of a better term, fucked up shit, you can do fucked up shit. Just I will describe to you why it's fucked up. So if you guys start making plans to nuke the city, be prepared to have a lot of wholesome interactions with kids. And lots of things that will just frame it as to how you guys are doing this really messed up thing.
Yeah, if that had been the goal from the jump, we would have made vastly different characters.
Yeah. Anybody looking around? What's going on? Are we doing anything of note, or are we just cleaning?
Yeah, I think we're just.
I am a learned scholar, so I will look around.
I will clean and attempt
graduate
to
of Schoolhouse Rocks.
I will make sandwiches for everybody.
All right, so we got sandwiches.
And then whenever
Jared,
we do an actual long rest, me or Jake will do Hero's Feast.
Okay. Jared, what specifically are you looking for or looking at?
Just digging through the rooms we haven't been in.
Okay. So you kind of make your rounds. So room number 7 is the potty room. Room number 6 and 4 are like sleeping quarters that some people's like personal items are kind of like thrown about. There's like, we find like a couple like sentimental like handwritten notes and stuff like that. 5 is the kitchen. There's the common area. You can pick up people's playing cards if you like. There seems to be like a thrown together interrogation room in room number 1 to the north. That is just a dimly lit room with a table in the middle with a lantern sitting in there with the door open. Seemed to be the receptacle for Tink. Um,
What about in the office? Is there any like documentation? Like a
Go ahead and roll me
filing
investigation. Yeah, go ahead and roll me investigation.
cabinet? 16.
16. Okay, cool. So you start poking and prodding around. Things of note that you find. Directly on top of the desk, like not hidden or anything. It's got a couple blood splatters on it and everything. Now you find a detailed map of the sewer network, and you see a couple of like crude drawings of like crumbled rocks that seems to imply where the sewer breaks out into like a cave network. So this will allow you guys to navigate the sewers underneath town with relative ease for anyone who takes the time to study and commit the map to memory.
I'm doing exactly that as
Yeah.
map guy.
Map guy. Can't wait for you to get keen mind. The next thing that you notice is as you're kind of like poking around, poking at the wall, you press your hand into the stone a little bit, and you hear a click and then a grinding and a shift. The back wall had a secret door in it that leads somewhere, but you can't immediately tell just by it opening. Porky, where you at?
I'm just cleaning up in the main room, just like slowly moving the bodies into like the sewers, just like dump them, and attempting to take a short rest while I do, just going easy, not pushing myself too much.
Yeah. While you're doing that, you start to hear like a hissing noise, not similar to the door, but like a hissing sound coming from the office room.
I'm gonna go check out the office then.
Okay. Dane, you would also notice this like once Porky walks in and is like, huh? The bodies of the undead creatures are starting to kind of mildly bubble up a little bit and transform and burn off into that sickly smoke. And is
Ooh, that seems bad.
All right, help me move this.
I'm gonna hurriedly drag this thing out of our
Yeah.
hideout into like this.
Assist. By the way, there's a secret room back there.
Oh,
There's a secret door.
In the secret place, the secret door, the secret place.
Yeah.
There's so many secrets.
A secret room.
I'm gonna pull the thing and dump the body, and I'm gonna watch it a little bit though, like very closely, trying to see, is it just like bubbling? Is it like disintegrating itself? Is it trying to poison us? What's happening?
You roll me survival as I would imagine approach this from more of a like looking at an animal thing, and Dane, roll me Arcana because I'm assuming you helped to move the body. You would be approaching this from that angle.
7 + 7, 14.
Okay.
Dirty 20 on Arcana.
Dirty 20. Okay. So, Porky, you're looking at it and you're like, you clearly understand that this is not natural. You're like, this is not what's going on. But you do notice that it's not like, it doesn't appear that the flesh is burning or boiling or anything like that. Like, it is not ceasing to exist. It's more so that it seems to be almost like transmuting, more akin to water to steam than wood to ash. Jared, Dane, you would notice that when you're looking at this, you would start to notice that chunks of meat of the thing are falling off and turning into this smoke and producing a similar volume of smoke to the size of the flesh, and then starts to drift and move out of the room. You would compare it to like you would compare it personally to like a wizard casting gaseous form.
It is indeed transmutation. These things were sent by someone. Which
That
is maybe
means-
obvious, but
That's true. Someone who knows about the coins potentially as well. So they knew about the coins, and they send these weird undead things. But, the dicks, the Department of Institutional Corpse Killing, they had power of the Slurpium. They turned those guards into babies, right? We should probably check for signs of what their connection is with Slurpium. I imagine that this all links back to the Slurpium. Something tells me that this Slurpium is
it
whack.
is kind of the problem here, so it stands to reason that whoever sent these is very interested in protecting the Slurpium against death.
Slurpium secrets. Well, I don't know much about this magic stuff. I only got first level spells. You can figure it out.
Yes, it's definitely being transmuted.
Is it like returning? Do you think it's returning?
It's
Is it like,
very possible.
or is it like gonna go be something else and then come back?
Whoever summoned it before could very well summon them again, given the correct materials.
Oh, your haste wears off.
Oh my god, I'm so tired.
Everybody else, what's everyone else up to?
It was a lot of bodies to move, so let's go take a break.
Tink is looking for the net she put on Gary's head, if it's still there.
Yeah, you find it.
Okay, she's just gonna collect that.
All right.
Oh
cool.
wow.
I'll give you an item description for the thing later.
I'm gonna have a moment of like, this really could use some touch of looking at the sandwiches I'm making. They don't have any good seasonings. I'm gonna do a thing. Nobody panic. And I guess just for if I can, I'd like to get the whole bunker, but probably just the common area. Suddenly it takes 10 minutes, but I'm gonna cast Druid Grove, and so the whole area becomes almost beautiful with plants growing up the sides and moss, soft moss for the floor, and begins to smell really good. And I do place a sentry outside the area, and I'll get to that in a second. But then with the various growths and plants all over the place, I'm going to pick off some parsley and stuff like that and start better making my sandwiches.
Nice.
But yeah, this will likely be what I continue to do for like downtime, is making this Druid Grove. It radiates magic. I can get more into it later, but it's a lot.
Big spell.
I would say we'd be approaching long rest time, so if you guys want to do the feast and all of that, and then we will pick up next week with you guys waking up in the morning.
And I do have gust, a constant gust of wind in 2 locations of your choice, so if this helps with the nasty and the smoke, I can vent it out of the bunker.
Cool. Jake, anything you want to do before?
I'll be casting Hero's Feast.
Let's go.
Hooray.
All right, before I tell you all to go to sleep, anything else of note, or are we good to wrap up?
Do we want to roll for the extra hit points now, or
We'll do it when we come back.
I'm gonna come back, yeah.
just remind me, because I may forget.
Okay. All right. That's where we're going to wrap up for tonight.
All right.
Everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching me finger my friends with some bones. And yeah, I'm Taco. I've been your DM tonight, and I will be your DM next week. And that's really about it. I'm just excited as the story unfolds, and stick around for a raid, and I'll hand it off to young Feff.
I'm Feff. Hello, I am young. And thank you for being here. I'm really excited. Marrow is really fun to play with. I am just more and more excited the more we go on about this campaign, this summer series we got going on. And of course, make sure you tune in on Tuesdays for the Avatar Legends campaign we're doing. It's D&D, but it's Avatar, and it's freaking dope. Pass it off to LunaWolfSpirit.
Hi, Little Spirit. I've been playing Tink, and she's getting fed up with getting caught, but she's small, so I am enjoying playing her. It's a drastic change from Farron,
I bet.
but I like the chaos. So just vibing. Offbeat.
What up? I'm Offbeat Outlaw. You can find me on all places Offbeats exist. And I've been playing Porky. Porky is very fun. Porky is very simple. Porky does one thing at the beginning of the combat, and then I don't really have to pay attention for the rest of it, which is kind of nice. Instead of the three turn Rube Goldberg machine that was Ziller. But yeah, I'm having a grand old time. Jared.
Speaking of grand old times, some tasty damage. I'm not really used to doing that much damage.
Hell yeah.
Felt pretty good though.
Pretty good.
Look forward to doing that more. Make sure all of our battles are in dim light there, Taco. If
Got
you
it.
would, please.
Yeah, I was gonna
Hey,
cast
you wanna
daylight, and I was like, wait, no, don't do
If
that.
you're
Yeah.
in my
It's
Twilight
a gloom
Sanctuary,
stalker.
it creates a circle of dim light. So
Yeah,
made it
it's funny because I
perfect.
specified dim light because that gave the monsters the bonus action teleport move
Yeah, that's what I
from
was
shadow to
thinking.
shadow.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. I was like, oh, he's specified dim light. It's dark. I should cast daylight. And I was like, no, he's a gloom stalker, and it's a twilight cleric. Oh no.
Well, if you make it, mine only works in darkness, so that's when
Okay.
I get. That's when I am
Take
invisible.
off
I
the
have dark.
daylight spell.
Yeah.
Got it. Just fully get rid of it.
I am invisible to things with dark vision in darkness, and I'm also and I'm also in I'm darkness, so things without dark vision can't see me. So I'm basically invisible as long as there's darkness.
Nice.
All right, Jake, did you go?
I have not. I'm CritFailJake. Played Ed, and Twilight Clerics are DD. Yeah, heck yeah. All right, yeah. Twilight Clerics are super fun. I haven't quite gotten to pop off into my rotation that I have in mind for this, because everything dies super fast because everyone does super damage, which is great. But eventually we'll get to something big that I can actually consistently be pumping out tons of temp HP and just actual bumping the max HP and all of that. So, but I'm enjoying this campaign very, very much. And was that the last one, or who else?
I think so.
All right.
All right. Well, everybody pile into this raid. We're going to go kick it with Good Grief George. He's playing some Terraria. And I hope you have a phenomenal rest of your night. Bye-bye.
Peace.
And we are raided.